At this point, we've covered the entire website, all the different benefits, etc. This part of the web tour is going to be a little bit free-flowing because we're going to dive right in and really tell you how to get the best value out of the website, out of the benefits programs. As we've talked about before, the real key to the program, the real savings in the program, and the real value in the program are going to be in the Getaways programs. And again, keeping in mind that it's a value-based program. So it's not about just the lowest price, but it's about the best value, from the lowest best value to the highest best value. With that said, we're going to dive right into the value Getaways section, which is condo-centric. Typically, you're going to find 500 or more condos, full week stays all over the world, exotic places, domestic places, summer, winter, spring, fall, all over the place, all representing fantastic value. The program's broken into two sections, Value Escapes and Premier Escapes. Originally, we started out with the Value Escapes program, which were condos beginning at $155 for the full week, ranging up to approximately $400. And we always had between 300 and 400 of those. As time went on, the members kept asking about more value at a higher level. Premier Weeks, etc., Disney, Marriott, Westin, Hyatt. And so we created the Premier Escapes product about 2.5 years ago. And it's been a runaway success. Everybody loves it. So whether you're traveling on a budget and you'd like to stay somewhere for $23 a night, there's always available inventory in the Value Escapes program, all the way up to $400 a night. And if you're not on a budget and you want something a little more deluxe, $2,000, $3,000 a week, $4,000 a week, sometimes as high as $5,000 a week, $1,200 a week, but always representing great value, we have the Premier Escapes program. So with that said, let's dive right into the Value Getaways or the Value Escapes product and go from there. And the best way to get the value out of this, as you can see right now, all the cities listed, when you click here, all these cities have available inventory all over the place. Breckenridge, Branson, Claremont, Collingwood, Columbia Falls, and you'll see different countries in here and all over the place, Ixtapa, Cancun. So there's inventory available in all of those cities, so a pretty impressive list. So the next thing we're going to do is take a look at states. You can see, hey, there's inventory available in all the various states. We looked at the cities, then within the states, there's different availability. And what we're going to do right now is there's 26 listed per page as a default. Okay, so 26 per page. What I always do is I click all per page. And what you're going to see is this bar right here is going to shrink down in about a few seconds because it's loading all the inventory that's in the Value Escape section. So you can see these. Let's take a look at some of these things. You got $155, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 weeks available at $155 for the entire week. I mean, it's about $23 a night. So there's a vacation in here for everybody. No matter what your budget is, you can find a vacation, and typically at an amazing value. And these will scale up. Then you got $175 a week. You got, looks like 10 or 12 available in that price range, $299. And then they keep going up from there. But this program, Value Escapes, will never, ever, never get above approximately $400 per week in this section. So you can take a look at all these different resorts, all these different weeks, $375, $375. So we're talking probably, 350 to 400 resorts, and all the way down to the bottom right here. So let's go back up and let's dive into some of these, and let's really take a look at some of the value. And I'm going to do this just like you would do this, sitting in your living room. And let's take a look at some of these and let's see if there's some real value here. You got, let's look at this one, Orlando, Westgate Lakes. We'll start right at the top. So here's what I'll do. I'll highlight this. Okay, Westgate Lakes Resort and Spa. Copy that. Okay, 817 in a studio. So I'll open up another window here, and I will paste that in here, and I will bring up the internet, and I will try to find it. Expedia's got this available right here. Okay, so let's just dive right in. 817 is the date we're looking for. Let's see if they have that available. And again, you have to remember sometimes the websites online won't have it available because it's sold out. But you have it available in your member-only website because it's there and it's already been secured for you. So many times, again, it won't work out, but many times it will. So this is a studio unit. Let's take a look at that right here. So you got a studio unit, sleeps up to 4 people. Real important to make sure you're getting the exact size unit that is being listed on your member-only website. Okay, you have to compare apples to apples. And these guys have a lot of tricks. A lot of times they'll push non-refundable rates on you, etc. And you've got to take a look at that. So let's take a look at this and see what they're charging here. So this is right here, $696.57. $696.57. And what was that same exact unit? $155. $155 on your member-only website. And I've got a little calculator here on the desk, so I'm going to do a little calculating so we can figure out what the actual savings is. So if I subtract those two, on this unit right here, $155 versus $696.57, exact same week, 8/17 right here, August 17th, studio unit, same thing. The savings, $541.57. $541.57 on 1 week of vacation. Now, I don't know how many weeks of vacation you have to take to get the value out of the program, but I can tell you it's not a lot at that level. Let's take a look at it some more. Let's just keep on scanning down here and see what we've got here and see if anything, hits us. Here's some Colorado, okay? This is beautiful. Colorado in the summertime, Pagosa Springs, Colorado. It's a Wyndham property. An excellent property. So you're looking at June 7th. So you got June 7th in a 1-bedroom. Okay, I'm going to do exactly what I told you I do. I'm going to copy that. We're going to go over to our other site here, and we're going to paste that in. And we're going to be looking for, what was that date over here? We're looking for June 7th in a 1-bedroom. Okay, so here we go. June 7th. TripAdvisor. What do we got here? Booking.com. Right here. Booking.com is one of the biggest websites on the planet. So let's see what they've got from 6/7 to the 14th. Let's see here. June 7th, checking in, and June 14th, checking out. And here we go. Here's the Wyndham Pagosa right here. Let's check it out. Okay, so we got a 1-bedroom. Let's match that up. Make sure we're talking about the same thing. And we are, a 1-bedroom at the Wyndham Pagosa. Okay, so here we go. We're going to get 1 unit. And we're going to get the best guaranteed rate, right? I don't think so. But let's take a look. All right, so Wyndham Pagosa, June 7th to 14th. Okay. And we got a 1-bedroom unit. Exact same, June 7th to 14th in a 1-bedroom unit. Their price, $713. Now, take a look at this because this is the little tricks that they play. 11.8% not included. So I told you I had a little calculator right here. Let me do that. 713 times 11.8%. Well, that's $84.13. So that just took this price from $713 to $797.13. Again, little tricks like that. They don't tell you. Each site is different. Most sites you have to go all the way through to the booking page before they even add on all of their different fees and taxes and all that kind of stuff. Most of them, like Hotels.com, Speedy, they all have service fees. Here, there's a little hidden gem where they're not charging you for your tax. So let's take a look at that now. Got $713, $84.13. Okay, that's $797.13. What was the price over here? $175 for the entire week. $175 off of that. Savings, $622.13 on 1 week of booking at a beautiful Wyndham property in Pagosa Springs, Colorado. Let's keep going here and take a look as we go forward here and see what else we can find. We'll get up into some of the other inventory, etc. See if we can find something maybe a little bit more, I don't know, exotic or something like that. and see what maybe comes to mind here. Here's a cool property. That's beautiful, actually. Mazatlan, Mexico. Gorgeous. Mazatlan, Mexico. So, wow, this is a 2-bedroom. June 1st. Perfect. Height of the summertime in Mazatlan. It's on the Pacific side of Mexico, so it's gorgeous. Mazatlan kind of looks across at Cabo, which is on the outside. So this is $299 for the full week. Again, nothing fancy. Cutting and pasting. So let's do this. I got fumble fingers. Copy. And we're looking for 6-1 in a 2-bedroom. So let's go over here and let's paste. 6-1 in a 2-bedroom. Okay. So you got a lot of different choices here. You got Booking.com, which we just looked at a resort. We saw the hidden taxes on that one. We've got Yahoo, Travel.Yahoo. It's got Expedia. Expedia is pretty reliable. Let's take a look at that one and see what we got here. So we want 6-1, and this one we're going to be in a 2-bedroom unit. So let's see if they have something available. June 1 to June 8th, and we'll show rates and see what they have. Okay, 222. All right, so see, this is an interesting situation. The unit is a 2-bedroom unit over here, right here, and Expedia doesn't even have a 2-bedroom unit. Okay, so first thing is there's availability where there is no availability. So that's not a bad thing, but I'll tell you what, let's go into a 1-bedroom since we're here and just take a look at their price for a 1-bedroom, which is clearly going to be less than a 2-bedroom. And let's take a look at what their pricing is. So here we go. So you're talking about $831.95. So $831.95. And the price over here, same exact unit, except, let's face facts, this is a 2-bedroom, that's a 1-bedroom. So we know that it's going to be more expensive, but even so, $831.95 minus $299, you're looking at a $532 savings. But I'm not satisfied with that. So let's see what we can do here to change this up a little bit and change our dates around. See if I can just, in the same season, maybe find a 2-bedroom unit. Let's take a look at this. So I'm going to change this up. Let's go the next week from 6/8 to 6/15. Same exact season, but let's check it out. Maybe they've got a 2-bedroom. We can actually see what the rate would be for a 2-bedroom. Okay, so right now, not showing 2-bedroom even in that particular time frame. So I'm going to keep just hunting away here real quick. Take a couple more seconds to see if we can maybe hit on one and see what they're charging for that. And I'm going to take one more chance because so far, not seeing it. All right, let's see. And this might be a tough one because this is 4th of July. Although in Mexico, something tells me they're not celebrating that. And I'll do one more here. Let's do 7/13 to 20. Again, high season, summertime. And I guess I'm just not going to find a 2-bedroom. But notwithstanding that, we got a $532 savings on 1 week in Mazatlan. So that's actually just an excellent value. So let's head on back over here and let's keep going and see as we go down here, what looks interesting. Again, you got some Wyndham properties in Massachusetts, beautiful up there. $299 price point. As you can see, Wyndham Fairfield Bay, Tano Beach in the Freeport. That's awesome. A Wyndham in Freeport also right here. We'll scroll down here. Tahoe Seasons, beautiful Lake Tahoe right in the summertime, right in the beginning of June. Absolutely gorgeous in Lake Tahoe. $300 for the entire week. I mean, these values are actually excellent values. And we'll just go on down here, and I already scrolled down to the bottom and showed you how many units were available. And this is the value escape section. Tell you what, let's dive into the Premier Escape section. So we're going to go back into Getaways, Value Getaways. Okay, and within this program, we already covered the Value Escape section. So now let's cover the Premier Escape section. And let's take a look at some of the weeks in here and see what we've got to work with. Again, these are going to go from a low. They're premier properties. Many times they start at 400 and go up. Once in a while, they'll throw a premier property in there. I mean, this is a premier property, height of the summer, June, in a 2-bedroom in Branson, Missouri at a Silverleaf property, which is absolutely fantastic property. So I'm just going to take a quick scan here. And again, what I do is you can take a look at all the different cities that are listed here. Okay. I mean, cities all over. So there's no shortage of inventory. Okay. And we're going to take it from 26 a page to all per page, and we'll watch this shrink up and give us access to all the inventory. And this takes typically a little faster internet connection because it takes some time to load all these graphics. So if you're not on a good connection, you may just want to leave it at 26 per page and flip pages. But I'm just going to take you down just to show you an overview, starting at 155 in this case, 500 per week. And again, these are premier escapes, so there's no high end. It's value at a higher level. And that's what the Premier Escapes program is all about. Going up 600, 625, 650 per week. Again, 850 per week. I mean, we're only at $100 a night plus tax, even in the 850 range. But again, we're going up. We're going to see some really awesome properties. Sheridan, Vistana. I mean, these weeks, if you were owning a timeshare and you bought this week in Orlando, and this week would probably run, since it's April, spring break, you're talking about probably $16,000, $17,000 to buy that week, and the maintenance fees of $700, $800 average per week. This is a rental, take it when you want it, for $950, an excellent value. And I'm just scrolling a little faster. We got some Disney in here, Disney Boardwalk Villas. This unit right here, Disney, first of all, they don't sell deeds. They sell right to use. And second of all, a week at Disney like this right here, you're looking at $25,000. Maintenance fees of $1,100, $1,200. You got the Westin Kaanapali Ocean. I mean, these resorts are outstanding. Marriott Ocean Watch, Marriott Maui Ocean Club, Newport Coast, California, Marriott Newport Coast. So you can see the types of properties that are in here, and they're really outstanding values. What I like to do now, though, is let's drill into a few of these. Let's take a look at them, and take a look at what we've got, just see what's interesting, and pick a couple out to maybe do a price on or something like that. Some exotic stuff, not your everyday stuff. So let's take a look at what we got here. All the $500 price range right here. This is awesome. Here you go. Check this out. A 3-bedroom unit in Nassau, September 21st. 3-bedroom in Nassau at Sandyport. So again, nothing fancy here. Sandyport Beaches Resort. My fingers sometimes don't want to do the copy thing right. So bear with me. I'm sorry about that. Wow. All right. I think we got that one. Copy it. And we're going to go 921 in a 3-bedroom. Let's see what we have over here. So we're going to paste that. Sandyport Beaches Resort, booking.com. All right. All right. So I'm going to click on that right here. And let's see what dates we've got. We want to do 921, so let us put that search date in here. 921 to 928. 1 week, search. Okay, Sandyport Beaches Resort. Let's go in here and book this. See what we've got. What kind of room types we have available. Look at this. We have a 3-bedroom available right here. I think that was what we got right here. Where were we? Sandyport, 3-bedroom, 921. Okay, 3-bedroom, Sandyport, 921. Let's book one of those units and see what kind of price we get here. All right, this is awesome. Okay, so we've got $2,352. Now you might remember we did this booking.com one other time so far, and they got their little trick here where they don't like to tell you that they're not adding tax in there. So let me get my little calculator out. 2352 times 18%. So that's $423.36. That's going to be added onto this price. So the total comes out to $2,775.36 with tax. Now, they also have service charges of $4 per person per night, a service charge. So this is a 3-bedroom. Let's say you went down, 3-bedroom sleeps a maximum of 8 people. Let's say you take 8 people. 8 times 4 is 32. 32 times 7 nights, they're going to add another $224 onto that as a service charge. Right here, they're disclosing that. On top of that, they're going to add city tax on top of that, $12 per person per night. So you got $12 times 8 times 7. That's an additional $672 for the week. Over here, look at that. All in $500. Taxes, everything, no extra charges. So you got $500 here, and we won't even add in these other fees that they're talking about. We'll just add in the tax. And that came out to $27.75 against $500 right over here. So you have a total savings of $2,225 in savings on a week that costs $500. $500 divided by 7 is $71 a night. So $71 a night to go to Nassau in a 3-bedroom unit, $921 to $928, a savings of $2,225. So you saved 400% ostensibly. I mean, 500 times 400%. You're up $2,000. So these are the kinds of things that are in here. You got to do your homework. You got to go in here. You got to take a look. And again, I'm just doing what you would do. So let's keep going here, find a few more of these and see what we can do and look for some other kind of interesting things here. I like to find islands. I like to find, just things you wouldn't normally do all the time. And, that's pretty cool stuff. So I love it. I've actually been to some of these places too, which is it's really cool when you can find this. This, like Simpson Bay right here. This is a 1-bedroom Simpson Bay Resort Marina. Okay, so let's check that out. $650. I'm going to copy that. We're looking for 9.8 in a 1-bedroom. So let's see what we got here. Paste that. Boom. All right. And so we're looking at, again, we got booking.com right here. Simpson Bay Resort Marina. Okay, we're going to change the dates. And let's see what we got here. Let's look 9/8, I think it was. And to 9/15, do a week. See what we got. And this is I believe it was a 1-bedroom unit. Where are we here? 1 bedroom on 9/8 for $650. So Simpson Bay, here we go. Book now. And let's see what we have here. Okay, so we have a 1-bedroom suite. We're going to book that now. Okay, so here we go. We got $1,190. And again, they've got their little 15% tax and 5% tax on top of that. So let's do a little calculation. $1,190. Okay. And we're going to add 15% tax. That's an extra $178.50. And then you got $1,190 times your 5%, $59.50. So your total taxes of $178.50 plus the 5%, total taxes of $238. So add that to the $1,190. You got $1,428 for that unit. So here we got September 8th, September 15th, 7 nights, and we got a 1-bedroom unit. Okay, 1-bedroom suite right here, and 9/8. 9/15, 1-bedroom suite, $650. So if I take $1,428 minus $650, you're talking about a savings of $778 on 1 week of vacation. It's hard to believe that you can save more than the week actually cost, but we showed you the $500 week at Sandyport, and that was $500, and you saved $2,200. So these things are very possible. Let's go down and find a little more exotic stuff. This is exotic, it's awesome, but let's get into some high-end stuff and scroll down a little bit, see something that might come up that looks a little interesting, and try and check that out. And I don't know if any of you have ever been to Oahu in Hawaii. I mean, absolutely beautiful place, Oahu in Hawaii. And let's see, there was, here you go, this one right here. Actually, this is actually a beautiful, beautiful property. A week at this property right here, $720 in a studio unit. Marriott Koalina probably cost about $25,000, and maintenance fees of about $1,250. So you got a 720, so July 20th prime summer in a studio. So let's check that out and see what we can come up with here. Again, nothing fancy. This is just doing some legwork, and you'll see the values. Okay, Marriott, TripAdvisor, Yelp, Expedia. I mean, there's plenty of places to book this. A lot of these big sites typically have guaranteed lowest prices. As you see, best price guarantee. So if they have a best price guarantee, you might as well try for the best price, see what you can do. Let's choose some dates here. And I forgot what the dates were. Let's see. 720 in a studio. So we're going to go 720 in a studio. And see if we got anything available here. Again, sometimes you'll see stuff that's not available. And again, this is another game they play. This is a non-refundable rate. So it looks like they're the lowest rate, but it's non-refundable. You book it, you lose it, have a good day. Now, in all fairness, these are non-refundable rates. So that is an apples to apples comparison. Many times in some of the Getaways programs, the rates are not non-refundable. They are in fact refundable, and so you have to be careful. But in this case, it is apples to apples. So we got a studio at 720. We got a studio, which is a hotel room, at 720. I'm going to go ahead and see what they want to charge me for this. All right, here we go. $3,018.19. Expedia typically doesn't play the games with the taxes, so you can see they're fully disclosed right in here. So $3,018.19. Let's take out our calculator, $3,018.19. And we're going to take away this over here. What was that? $2,200. Okay. You got a savings on this particular unit of $818.19. And I mean, it's actually an incredible. If you take that $2,200 and you divide that by the $3,018.19, I mean, you're looking at a savings of 28%. And when you start looking at 28% on $2,200, it actually turns out to be a lot of money. I mean, it really starts adding up in a big way. So I'm going to do a couple more here, and I don't know if any of you ever been to Harborside before at Atlantis, but I had seen one on here, and I got to tell you something. Harborside at Atlantis is just one of those places. It's just spectacular. I mean, you guys have seen Atlantis, the big bridge suite, and all that stuff. Anything in Atlantis is just out of sight typically. But $22.95, well, that's obviously that's not a little bit of a price. If you take that and divide it by 7, it's $327 a night. But again, it's value at a higher level. So let's check it out. This is a 1-bedroom on May 12th. Okay, Atlantis. See here, got an Expedia, best rate guarantee. Right there, best rate guarantee. Love that. It's the best rate for the public. I think that's what they mean. Let me see here. Let me look at these dates again. May 12th in a 1-bedroom. So let's check out May 12th. And we're going to go to May 19th, and we're going to show the rates. See what they have available. Okay. They have a deluxe, and they have a premium. Big difference in price. Let's compare apples to apples at the lowest possible price and assume that that's what the view is going to be. No sense in going uptown if you don't need to. Everything here is disclosed on Expedia. May 12th to May 19th. We have a 1-bedroom unit right here, 1-bedroom deluxe villa, $3,759.82 against $2,295. So let me take my calculator out. 3789 2 minus 2295. We're looking at a savings of $1,464. $1,464 on one unit. Amazing savings. I mean, these savings are amazing. So folks, as you can see, these are all the Premier Escapes, and we actually have some absolutely incredible deals here. So all you have to do is really dive in here, do some homework, check it out. Nothing I did here was difficult in any way, shape, or form. In fact, I'm just gonna pick off one more here. I mean, I just can't help myself while I'm in here. I see these things and I go, Marriott Aruba Surf Club. We have August 3rd in a 2-bedroom. Let's see what we got here. So we'll do August 3rd in a 2-bedroom. August 3rd to August 10th. And we will do one, and we will do 4 people. See if we can find a 2-bedroom at this property. And see what we've got. Okay, here we go. So we got a 2-bedroom property. Looks beautiful. Okay, let's select that. All right. Boom. Continue. So this is on Marriott's own website, right here, Marriott's own website. And let's see what they've got for us here. So we've got 7 nights, Marriott Aruba Beach Club, 2-bedroom villa, August 3rd to 10th, $25.95 against $43.69. So you got $43.69.05, and you're going to take off $25.95, and you got a savings of $1,774.05. $1,774.05. I mean, that's an incredible savings. And if you take the $25.95 and you divide that by $43.69, you actually get a savings of significant savings of about 41% on a high-end Marriott property. So those are the kind of values you're going to find in the Value Getaways section here on your member-only website. So once again, I'm going to go back to the home page. This was a deep dive into the Value Getaways section. And now we're going to move on and we're going to cover some of the other sections, but I hope you enjoyed that.